Keke Palmer and SZA's critically praised buddy comedy One of Them Days sees two best friends race against the clock to meet a life-and-death ultimatum. When roommates Drux, Keke, and Alyssa, SZA, realize their rent money has been stolen, they have less than 12 hours to procure the funds, get Drux to a life-changing job interview, and avoid any more disasters. What could possibly go wrong? Unfortunately, as their day goes from bad to worse, soon enough the threat of eviction isn't the biggest problem on their hands. How our dynamic leading do flex all their comedy skills from the physically absurd to the emotionally chaotic, as you're left rooting for Droogs, cool, calm, and collected, and Alyssa, scatterbrained with the best intentions, to succeed against all the odds. I think Drux is so similar to me in the fact that she's trying to break out of the systemic challenges in order to get somewhere else. But she keeps being faced with them in a way that she's not necessarily leaning into or understanding. Keke, who also serves as executive producer on the project, tells Metro ahead of the movie's UK release. The former Disney star pointed out that where Drux struggles to fall back on her community, she has always appreciated just how much support she has had from her own. She continued, "For me, my family and my community has always been what's allowed me to excel, even in the corporate space of entertainment." Since her days on True Jackson, VP, Keke's career has only gone from strength to strength as the multi-hyphenate makes her mark as a producer, screen star, and music artist. And she's not run out of steam yet. You start out being the chef or the server, the actor or the performer. And I think all of our hopes is to be able to grow beyond that and be able to do what Tyler Perry has done. These ambitions are a big part of what she put into the character. Now hailed a comedy icon, Keke honed her humor in her youth thanks to a very fun and silly family and exposure to multicam sitcoms. She waxes lyrical about Norman Lear, Whoopi Goldberg, especially in Sister Act, Fran Drescher, and even fellow Disney star Raven Simone, who she says is hilarious. She added, "That's so Raven, and shows like that I think were big things that taught me what was funny, or how I realized what I thought was funny. As I got older, I started looking at stand-up, so I loved Jamie Foxx. I loved how he would even sing in his shows. Also I love Dave Chappelle's stand-up and his sketch work, his ability to bring important topics to the forefront and create a scenario for us to have discussions. Definitely as I've gotten older and with comedy, I've realized that it's a great opportunity to talk about important things, but obviously that's not so easy to do." Unlike Drux, who manages to get into several near-death scrapes, Keke hasn't faced any similar moments in real life, calling the idea spooky. However, she spares a moment to reflect on the intense experience of bringing her now 2-year-old son Leo into the world. "Probably the nearest death experience that I had was having a baby, which apparently is very much so near death, in terms of just like how traumatic it is for your body, and all that type of stuff. But I just remember feeling like I was Tom Brady going to the Super Bowl," she recalled, simulating her heavy breathing. "And I was just thinking what I had to do. Take the proper breath, push this baby out, and call it a day. So that was probably the most extreme experience that I had in terms of my health, and just like, I can't believe I'm doing this." As a mother, producer, actor, singer, and more, Keke brings everything she has learned to the table for One of Them Days. A comedic tour de force which has landed 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, with reviewers praising the star's out-of-this-world chemistry and impeccable acting. The film also marks SZA's feature film debut, and although it is a surprise for many, Keke says the Kill Bill hitmaker was so game and down. It comes alongside the singer's growing fan base in the UK, after she headlined Glastonbury's closing night in 2024. Although her performance received a mixed reception, leading to a break after which she admitted she wished she hadn't done it. As for Keke, she has nothing but praise in the most unexpected ways. Even though she has this kind of almost Bridget Jones's quality to her, where she's like, "Oh my gosh, oh no," she still serves every time. And I really love that, it's so charming. She was a natural. We are both musical theater type kids at heart, meaning she's just that girl that does what needs to be done. She's creative, and she can always tap in at any given moment. And I knew after our first chemistry test that she was gonna be great.